The Hash It Out Show is brought to you by Boyd's ATA Black Belt Academy in Marrero, Louisiana. Barreto Home Solutions. Bayou Audio and Video. Hot Works on the North Shore. JFK Martial Arts in Mandeville and Covington. Lil Dizzy's Cafe. Kuman of Gretna. HBP Construction and Consulting. Moe's Pizza. Buck's Snow Whiz. CC's Children Blocks. The Pierre Family in Lafayette, Louisiana. Leo Auto Glass. The Juber Family in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Dat Kitchen Restaurant in Chalmette, Louisiana. CoSource Financial Group.
Hands up, hands up. If you winning and you don't give a fuck about a hater, tell them move. Move, move, move. Cause I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. 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 Hands up, hands up. If you winning and you don't give a fuck about a hater, tell them move. Move, move, move. Cause I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning.
What's going on, everybody? I thought I brought him in. There he is. All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Hash It Out Show. I'm your host, JB, the sports guy. We got a good show for y'all tonight at 7:30, 7:35. The newly re-elected councilman of District C in New Orleans, Louisiana, Freddie King, will join us. He's going to do the picks with us tonight. Of course, I got VK Jones and George Peppers. What's up, fellas?
What's going on, man? Like, tag, share, subscribe to the Hash It Out Show on all social media platforms. We are on X, we're on Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube on JB the Sports Guy. So we thank y'all so much for your support and everything. And it's a big week of a lot of things going on this week, man. But it's good to have Freddie King joining us tonight to be on with us to talk about his re-election and the picks tonight as well. So
definitely,
we're looking forward to have a good show tonight.
What up, George Peppers?
What's up, Jerry Boyd? VK Jones, how y'all doing tonight? I'm doing a little better than yesterday. I told JB, I left it in the chat. Y'all know, and this man wanted to accuse me of eating the wrong fast food. Negative. Didn't happen. Negative. Did not happen.
Like
but anyway, I do want to make a modification. I do want to make a couple of modifications on last week. If you go back into the list, and I told VK this Monday, you and I talked VK Monday, and I told you, if you remember, and you're about to remember, I'm going to remind you, I'm going to refresh your memory. Last week we did the picks, and I'm a man of contrition. And I went back and because Jared, I showed you about Shaw and St. James, and you said you thought I picked St. James, and I got to thinking. I remembered thinking about picking St. James because Shaw didn't look that good against LSU the week before. I listened to last Wednesday's show. I had Shaw on the paper. I scratched out St. James, put Shaw, but guess what I picked? St. James. So that changes the result of the picks from last week. Okay. So it's a tie for second, not for first. The tie for second is between me and VK at 18-6 and at 19-5 because I changed my mind. Your ugly self won the picks. Look at him, looking like Roman Reigns in heat. Boy, look at you, dog. Just like a dog in heat. Boy, look at you.
We need to be like the Vision on Monday night. Just
spear. Oh, you VK. I don't preach violence, bro. I ain't doing that. That man's got world championships, bro. I ain't messing with that man like that. I ain't messing with that man.
Seth Rollins got world championship. And look what happened, man. I'm
That
like,
he does, but he's skinnier than me. Well,
it's called a surprise. You got to find a
Ah,
way to get him. That's all it is.
man, look, man.
JB, I don't preach. Hey, bro, that man speaks for himself, bro. I ain't trying to fight.
Look,
I'll lead it.
let me just say this right quick, man. I appreciate your honesty going back and checking everything. I truly appreciate that, man. Integrity means a lot to me, and I truly
It
appreciate
does.
that. Definitely, man.
But you know
Definitely,
how I operate, though. That's why I did that.
definitely,
You
man.
know,
Appreciate it.
I've been that way since day one.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. No disagreement with that.
Congratulations.
Okay, let's get
Thank you.
going. We got a few minutes before Freddie King gets on here, and some people are saying they're having trouble getting on to YouTube. I don't know why. I don't know why. But keep trying. If not, go to Facebook for today. It is what it is. Because I don't know why, but I see the numbers for YouTube going up, so we'll see. But anyway, let's talk. We talked about Division One yesterday. Power rankings. Power rankings. Yeah, something is wrong. I don't know what's going on YouTube, Jason. I even looked. Somebody else told me that. I don't know. I can't.
It's
I
been a
can't.
little skittish, though, JB, YouTube, from what I heard. Actually, I ain't gonna lie. I tried to get on at work just to, look around and see.
It might be
But
a YouTube
yeah,
issue.
huh?
It's definitely a YouTube issue because my daughter was trying to get on some funny children stuff and it didn't instantly go straight to it. It took a second to load up. So it might be they might be refreshing over at YouTube, but it's definitely a YouTube problem. Something's
Could
going
be a
on.
system issue, but maintenance issue too. So
I got people on YouTube, a few people, but there's some people that's telling me they having issues. I went to it, try to get on. I couldn't even get on. So I don't know what's going on.
hmm
It's out of my control, everybody. But
did y'all talk about the top fives last night, JB?
sure did.
Damn.
Sure did. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh. All right. So I want to get to some power rankings right quick that we
Okay.
didn't get to yesterday. Once Dominique Thomas, once I refreshed the browser, it must have worked. Okay, so everybody refresh their browser and see what happens. I was in the app and I couldn't get in and I kept trying, but people are still coming on in. So come on in, everybody. Let's do it. But let's get to some of these power rankings right quick, everybody. And I don't know which one coming up first, but whatever one comes up first, we'll go with. All right. Division 2 select, everybody. Here we have it right here. Let me get it up. Let me get us in the picture as well. There it is. As you can see, um, Loyola Prep from Shreveport, number 1, Madison Prep, number 2, Vanderbilt Catholic 3, St. Charles 4, Shaw 5, ULAB 6, St. Michael 7, Lake Charles College Prep 8, Haynes number 9, Edie White 10, BTW Shreve 11, Buckeye 12, Kennedy 13, Northside 14, Abramson 15, Livingston 16, Landry 17, Carver 18, Estruma 19, Frederick Douglass 20, Patrick Taylor 21, Ken Discovery 22, Hannon 23, and number 24, holding the last spot for right now, is Loranja with Peabody closely behind at 25. Fellas, I look at Loyola Prep, and we talked about them a little bit with Northwood Shreve yesterday, and they really haven't had a tough schedule. And you see strength factor 5.5. So, but it's still possible they may hold on to the first or second spot. We'll see what happens when they play Northwood Shreve and everything like that. But they may hold on to this spot. I think we can say Madison Prep, depending on what happens in their matchup against University, may hold on to number 2, become number 1. But I think the race for 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6 is going to be something to continue to watch, because I think Vanderbilt Cali, St. Charles, Shaw, and ULAB all going to be gunning for that first or second spot. George Peppers.
When you look at this, and I'm not sold on Loyola Prep, as you mentioned, and you astutely point out, the schedule hasn't been overwhelming, to be honest. And I'm not saying they're. I don't want to use the F word. You know which one that is. Not that one. Um, but I look at teams like your school, Shaw. I look at Vanderbilt. I look at those teams 2, 3, 4, and 5. Remember the teams they've played. What helps the strength factor is if those teams they've played continue to win. Shaw has 2 losses on the year, Carr and Rummel, right?
Yes.
So that said, Carr has to play Rummel at some point this year. The next couple of weeks, we'll see that game. So somebody's going to lose. But other than that game against each other, where do they lose? Rummel's already played Curtis. Carr hasn't, but you would think in a prospective matchup at some point Carr would be favored to beat John Curtis. So you in hindsight you may get one more loss there. And if Shaw wins out, they're maybe their toughest opponent left is Bell Chase in week 9, maybe.
At St. Charles
You know,
weekend.
St. Charles week 10, but that St. Charles is coming to you. I think they're coming to Zimmerman
Yes.
this time. Last year y'all had to go up there.
Yes.
And I say y'all because you're an alumnus, so I'm going to associate that. Um, St. Michael the Archangel, Lake Charles College Prep is another team that could benefit down the stretch of the teams that they've played. If those teams win, LCCP continues to handle their business. They could climb up. They can get out and get their way into that maybe 7-6. VK, this looks wide open. I mean, Loyola Prep. If Prep is the team that everybody's shooting for, I like my chances if I'm behind them. I really think those teams that have played the tougher schedules are going to be teams that when we get to the playoffs, I would very much favor them because what do we tougher schedule without overkill is a great reward, is a great preparation.
Is very much agreed. Very much agreed. You look at Loyola, they'll definitely have a chance to get jumped. I think the only way they're going to stay in the top 3, there's a possibility down the line if they get, huh?
Go ahead,
I thought you
VK.
said something, Joe.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, win out. They gotta win out. But here's the game that might get them over and might finish in the top 3. They get by Booker T on the road. They gotta go to North DeSoto. If they get that win, they will probably stay within the top 3 because that is a huge win on the road because North DeSoto has beaten a lot of people and they're still undefeated.
And they got
Beat
Northwood
West
Street the
Monroe.
week after.
Yep, Norwood Street right after that. So it's 2 huge games on that, three huge games on that schedule near the end. Can Loyola Prep go undefeated or go 2-1? Either way, that's 3 huge games for them if they're going to have a chance to stay within the top 3. But I think they will get jumped with a lot of these teams. And you're right, it's wide open. Whoever gets the 2 or whoever gets the 4 spot and everything else. I mean, it is going to be hellified these next couple weeks to see what happens. St. Charles, they do have to go to Shaw, but they have won at Shaw before. So it is not like it's not an impossible move. It's not an impossible game. So at the same time, it's going to be unbelievable to see what happens with Shaw, with St. Charles, with St. Michael potentially, and also Lake Charles College Prep, which JB, you made a great point. Lake Charles College Prep with those, and I think there's a great reason why Coach Franklin scheduled those teams.
Yep.
And I mean, that's going to make them very more tougher than it is than anything else. So we're going to see what happens. And I wouldn't even count out Edie White either. So we'll see what happens. They're right at 10. So we'll see what happens going forward.
I think John F. Kennedy also. We saw John F. Kennedy last year become the 8th seed. After that, they had to forfeit some games. And here we are, John F. Kennedy, number 13. They still got a shot to move up. You look at that schedule, man. They got Livingston still. They got De La Salle, and then week 10 against Landry. And Landry has gotten better every week so far on a 2-game winning streak. So that game may not be easy for John F. Kennedy come week 10.
But when you talk about John F. Kennedy, that's a team that has really improved leaps and bounds, and it feels like they're starting to get an identity offensively.
Yeah.
They're starting to click. And I'm not talking about the Eric game, I'm talking about the game last week. Eric, that's just a myriad of trouble over there. But Kennedy, it looks like, and maybe it's me, maybe I can't see very well, but doggone it, that Cougar offense is starting to find some rhythm, and that's what you want if you're the Linares South Page. You want that offense to start finding a rhythm, especially now that we're in page 2 of the season. I say page 2, but the second half of the season. You want your team to start finding that definition and finding that momentum, because when the playoffs get there, you want those teams on top of you that maybe if they're 13 or maybe they get up to 10 or 11, they see a 6 or a 4. If they're 13, they'll see the 4 and they'll be like, we go bust their tail. Let it be the right 4 seed. Let Loyola Prep slip to that spot and have to play Kennedy. Those teams are 3-4 defense optional. I mean, name me a team up north in the northern part of the state that you could say, yeah, that team plays great defense.
Well, I can only speak for that 5A district. I don't know about
Right,
Loyola Prep and 4A, but that 5A
but
district I can tell you the story.
that strength factor screams that they have not played really much. That strength factor is like a
That's
sore thumb, guys.
And what I heard is
Oh,
the quarterback for Loyola Prep
Loyola.
is really, really good. I mean, he's up there with Pop Houston with high numbers around the state, and he's a really good quarterback. And Loyola Prep, there's been a long time since Loyola Prep has had a season that they're having right now. So they are a really good team. But like I said, like you said, the schedule is not really all that great. So the late schedule is going to tell a lot about the Flyers out there at
Okay.
Loyola Prep.
So the question beckons: do they beat North DeSoto, who, by the way, beat West Monroe, who just knocked off Ash last week? Can they beat North DeSoto 1-on-1 in a matchup in a couple of weeks' time? That game is at North DeSoto, right?
Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I think they lose from week 8 to week 10 because I think
All
they got
three?
Booker T. Washington, North DeSoto, and Northwest Shreve. I'm thinking they're gonna lose those last two to North DeSoto and Northwest Shreve.
Not the eighth
I,
week?
hmm?
Not week 8, Booker T. Washington and
No, I
Shreveport?
think I think I think they'll win that one.
I do
I
too.
think I think they'll get by with Booker T myself. North DeSoto is going to be a big axe. I wouldn't be surprised it'll
North
be
DeSoto and Northwest Shreve will actually help their strength factor. When you
exactly,
think
It
about it.
would.
Yeah.
exactly. I think it'll be a closer game than people think it is, but I think but I'm not going to underestimate it because we have seen some big turnarounds this year and some unexpected wins for opponents. So I'm not going to instantly say a win yet for North DeSoto, but North DeSoto would be the favorite in that ball game.
All right. Let's go to Division 2 right quick, fellas. Let's go to Division 2. I mean, we in Division 2. Let's go to
Not
Division
correct.
2 non-select. Yes. And well, hold on. Just gotta scroll down. I'm sorry. All right. Speaking of North DeSoto, Belle Chase, Lakeshore, Iowa, Plaquemine, Franklinton, Brewley. We've talked about Brewley this year, y'all. Don't sleep on them. Franklin Parish, Jennings, Des Lutcher, West Feliciana, Washburn, Livonia, Bossier, Carroll, DeRitter, Cecilia, Eunice, South Terrebonne, Pearl River, Broadmoor, Abbeville, Grant, Rain, Minden, Assumption, Opelousas, South Beauregard, holding the last spot. Iota right there behind them with a little bit of a strength factor less than South Beauregard. Fellas,
Mhm.
when we look at this right now, when we look at this, people are already saying it's North DeSoto and whoever else. Do y'all feel the same way?
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I think North DeSoto is the team to beat, but they're going to have to earn their lunch. They're going to have to really earn their lunch because the fact of the matter is, you look at a Lakeshore team that's experienced and been deep in the playoffs and does not have no fear, and they're playing really good ball right now. Iowa is another team that has a lot of playoff experience and they have been there before and everything else. You look at a Franklin Parish team that's been there. You know what I'm saying? The matchup would be interesting with that one. You look at Plaquemine, who has returned from the dead, and they are playing some good. At first, it was a slow start. Now they're getting it going, and a good district between them and Brewley. They could probably come down to them two to win that district. So that just shows how strong that district is. And also, I wouldn't be, and here's the thing about this team here. Belle Chase has a good mix. A good mix. You think about this. The big factor for Belle Chase, one is the running game, two is special teams. And they got a really good experienced kicker. And the thing is, you want to keep what you got to do to keep what you got to do with North DeSoto stay in the game. Keep Luke Delafield off the field because we know how good North DeSoto can score the ball and put up points. So, but I think North DeSoto is the team to beat, but they're gonna have to earn their lunch to win the state championship. Just to be honest, because these teams I mentioned have a lot of experience, and they are no This is no cakewalk. These guys are gonna come out firing, and they're gonna make North DeSoto earn it because the last couple of years it's been rough for North DeSoto since they haven't been back in the dome. Lou Delafield's first year starting, so they know it's not gonna be easy for them.
I'll say this: Belichick's toughest challenges are coming up.
It's coming up. Say it.
St. Charles, week 8. Shaw, week 9. Those going to be their toughest challenges to date. GP, your thoughts about Division 2 non-select?
Well, I just stalker just highlight what's up with a bunch of smiling emojis. Charles Allen. My son's 10.5 boot works. I'm just saying, just messing with you. The question is, can North Dakota win the state championship? Yes, they absolutely can. First of all, when Luke Delafield was field in the dome 2 years ago, that was an eighth grader playing. Correct? He was an eighth grader.
You mean
ninth grader.
4 years ago when he was an eighth grader. Now he's a senior.
That's 4. It's been that long. Damn. See what happens.
Yes,
the time
sir.
flies thing. That being said, you mentioned Belichick's VK. I seem to think St. Charles and Shaw, and St. Charles just comes off a program defining a defining win last week at Terrebonne, but I think they caught Terrebonne on the slide after what happened 2 weeks ago at Destrehan. And nothing away from Wayne Stein's team. That team, that playoff savvy is there. It's gonna serve them well. You mentioned Craig Jones and Lakeshore. That is a team that I've got my attention on. And look, I don't want to hear, well, they beat up a Franklinton team that was wounded. It's not their fault. You play what's in front of you. You can't do nothing else. But the team that in VK you took my thunder a little bit, that number 4 team has got my attention in a very big way because I keep seeing them and they always make these perennial runs, quarters, semis. You know, they're there, but they have not jumped over. This might be their time. This might be their time to do it. They're very capable, they're well coached, and they're very well balanced. I think Iowa defensively is strong enough to make big hay again. And in a wide open crapshoot in 2 non select, why not the Yellow Jackets? You know, I look at them and you mentioned Plaquemine. I mean, I've got some mixed feelings about them.
I don't.
I don't.
I don't know if they're deep and I don't know if they're good enough to beat those teams in front of them.
You have to think
they got deep last year, George.
They got to the quarterfinals,
they did,
and
but they snuck up.
They
snuck up on people.
But
they snuck up on people last year.
But they have a lot of experience back, George.
They do.
Come on, man.
But
you got to think.
Okay, wait. Now PK getting in his feelings again. Hold up.
I'm not getting my feelings. I'm just
explaining. You are. All right.
I'm explaining it. Go ahead.
All right, explaining it. Cut it out with the run-ons. I'm just saying. But no, Plaquemine's last year snuck up on people. Now the expectations are heightened. Can they match those expectations is my thing with them. It's not a question of their talent or experience. I'm not saying that. But I have seen this story before where teams make this great run, and then when they're expected to do the same thing with more experience, that great run doesn't materialize. And I'm not saying it's going to happen here. That's the reservations I have. I feel like there's some live teams in the back right here, not all the way to 24, but there's some teams in the 7 to 12 and in that area that if it's the right matchup, they might have problems. All I'm saying is that the expectations are heightened, but can they match it? If they can, more power to you. But I will go with the devil that I know than the devils I don't. And, you know, teams like Lakeshore, Iowa, North DeSoto, I think has to be. Because they've had a couple of bombs away wins this year. At West Monroe is the signature win on the season. There is no doubt. And look, the result was flattered, excuse me. West Monroe winning against Ash. Emmanuel told me how that game finished last week. Crazy finish.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw this, VK, but JB, I know you did. But I've seen a kickoff in the end zone run back. Every time, what do? Blow the whistle 25. Well,
Louisiana, blow the whistle. Yep.
And in this case, Ash runs it back, puffs it up. West Monroe recovers and gets the winning points.
Mm-hmm.
The officials absolutely fouled that one up. You broke one of the older rules in our football state by doing that. Ash runs the kickoff back, VK. You're not supposed. If it's in the end zone, that's automatic touchback start at the 25, automatically. But they run it out. The officials miss it. Ash coughs it up. West Monroe gets it, and of course, Bachman and company are going crazy. Well, first of all, your guys shouldn't have run it out. So I don't know what the thought process was. You know, it's automatically first and 10, 25. So, but all I'm saying is that North Dakota's had results that have flattered them this year. They clearly are the team to beat, and they have the right. And they got Dennis Dunn as their head coach. Dennis Dunn has been there. You know, he got there a few years back when they lost to Lutcher, but Lutcher looked ready in prime that year. They really were, and it took them a while to figure North Dakota's offense, and they got the job done in the second half. A couple of defensive stops, and they were able to flip the result. I think North Dakota this year's got a real shot to. We might see this team in December in New Orleans. We very well could see them, but I just can't get away from the Yellow Jackets. I think I always got a chance to be to be the dance partner.
All right, let's do this quickly.
Go ahead.
And
Division 3.
It's Brent Indes. That's the head coach at Lakeshore. Not Craig Jones. Craig
I
Jones.
thought it was
Yeah,
Craig.
he
Oh,
said
Craig's in
Craig Jones. I was
Mandeville.
like, yeah.
Oh yeah, Craig's in Mandeville. My bad.
Yeah. Quickly, guys. Division 3.
Select.
Select. Yeah, right here. Sterlington St. James, Gina. I think we all said that's probably be our top 3. In Union Parish. We all talk about those guys being the top 4, top 3. Quickly, your thoughts on it. Union Parish is 15, Gina, Sterlington St. James, top 3. Quickly, VK.
I really think top 3 is gonna stay. I think if Gina wins out, they're gonna definitely get that. They're gonna ice that 1 seed if they win out, and then Sterlington St. James. We'll see what happens down the line. If they win out, if they stand at 2 and 3, or it could flip, we'll see. But if Union Parish, wins out, I think Union Parish gets a good little jump. I wouldn't be surprised they might crack the top 10.
Peppers.
The easy thought here is James is the team to beat in this class. Gina has had a spectacular year. Again, James continues to tell you, hey, I'm very good to do this second year. Okay. But St. James, I see what you're saying. And it's my time, right? Well, up and down for me this year. It just seems like have up and down kind of identity this year. Sterlington, you guys are going to be very rough playoffs. They got to the championship last year, correct? And I see Carlin Johnson with Ellis prediction. Man,
we don't know anything you said because your team moved internet. We don't know nothing that you said.
Oh,
Then
he asked us a question at the end. I don't know what you said.
And he's gone.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
You sound like the road runner. He sound like
I think that was Woody Woodpecker, but me.
That's what I meant. Woody Woodpecker. Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
Go ahead, man. Quickly.
All right, Yak. VK. All right. I see it green now. I didn't even see the thing go yellow. I was just momentum talking, but I think St. James clearly. Yeah, I know. I sounded that way last Thursday when Eric lost to Riverdale, but that's another story. I think St. James in this class is the team to beat. At the end of the day, Sterlington, I feel like we might see this matchup again in a dome. We might see this matchup. VK, you talk about Union Parish, and I get what you're saying. I just feel like the 2 up and down. I don't know. Spatafor is a good coach, and say what you want to the naysayers about him, but Paul Spatafor can coach, and I think they're gonna get going. But I just feel like they have they're a little helter-skelter for me. Gina, they can't stop nobody. They scored 68 points, but gave up 46 to Marksville last week. They still got to play Bunkie before the end of the year. That's going to tell you a little bit about them too, because they're in that district. At the end of the day, if you're asking me to just pinball this class, it's Sterlington and St. James for me.
All right. We're going to take a commercial break, everyone. Take a quick commercial break. And when we return, the re-elected councilman of District C will join us. The one and only Councilman Freddie King. And let me get out this screen right quick. There we go. And we'll be right back here on the Hash It Out Show. What's up, everybody? Me and VK Jones had to come to Little Dizzy's. Yeah, well, VK, man, wasted no time, and he loved the fried chicken and the dirty rice from Little Dizzy's. Look at what I had. Yes, indeed. Oh, y'all know I love candy yams. Oh, yeah. That fried chicken is one of the best I ever had. And just like how Miss Arkisha Baquette says it, come to Little Dizzy's, where the food is always hot and it comes straight from the pot. Are you in need of a new windshield? Leo Autoglass can help. For 20 years, Leo Autoglass have been servicing the New Orleans area with windshield replacement and auto glass repair. Give them a call today, 504-301-8353.
Hey y'all, this is Jen Hale from Fox Sports. You're watching the Hash It Out Show with JB the Sports Guy, VK Jones, and George Peppis.
Randolph, head coach of the Hahnville Tigers boys basketball team, and you are watching the Hash It Out Show.
And welcome back to the Hash It Out Show. I'm your host, JB the Sports Guy, here with VK Jones. I think George been trying to fix his internet. And the Hash It Out Show, Friday night game of the week, it is Hammond versus Mandeville. Pregame at 6:45, kickoff at 7 o'clock. You can catch it right here on the YouTube page of JB the Sports Guy. And then Saturday afternoon, it's Young Audience taking on Thomas Jefferson. Pregame at 2:45, kickoff at 3 o'clock. And also you can catch that on the YouTube page of JB the Sports Guy. Joining us right now, like I said, the new re-elected councilman of District C, the one and only Councilman Freddie King. What's up, Mr. King? How you doing?
Thank you for having me, Jared. I appreciate you having me. Thank you to the Hash It Out Show crew for having me here. And feeling good.
Definitely, man. We thank you for joining us, taking time out your busy schedule to be here with us. You play football at Archbishop Shaw, but a lot of people don't know that you actually play football at Southeastern Louisiana. Tell us about that, because I think that was a time when Southeastern was bringing back football to the university.
Yes, so I actually was a walk-on at Shaw. At Southeastern. Left Shaw with not a whole lot of playing time, but I didn't let that stop me. Went to Southeastern, and the team was just coming back, so it was pretty much just an open tryout, any and everybody, and walked on and learned a lot at Shaw. Learned a lot of techniques and just about perseverance and how to do things the right way, and just stuck with it, and ended up getting a full ride my junior and senior year at Southeastern, and had a great time. Brought the program back, saw a lot of things I wouldn't have thought I would see. Traveled all around the country, California, Florida, Carolinas, Denver, playing against some teams, played some D1 teams, had a good time. Really enjoyed it.
Definitely. What was it that made you want to get into politics?
I didn't know much about politics coming up. Once I finished law school, I just focused on building my law firm, starting a family, and I was just asked to join a campaign for a council member, and I really, well, once that council member won, they asked me to join the staff. I really didn't want to do it because I was enjoying being a lawyer. I was enjoying having that freedom, that flexibility of being an independent, what they call it, hanging your own shingle, not having a set schedule. You can travel all over the Southeast or all over the city, all over the region, having the cases you want to have. I was enjoying that. And, I had people saying, hey, you never want to pass up an opportunity to work in City Hall. It's something that a lot of people don't get offered to them. So I did that and really didn't enjoy it too much because it was behind a desk. It was answering emails, it was answering phone calls. I just came from, like they say, being my own boss, having a flexible schedule, having my own schedule. So I decided to kind of make the job more of how I wanted it to be, and that was instead of just responding to an email or answering the phone, just going out in the community and saying, okay, let me put eyes on the issue. Let me actually talk to the people, go to their house. And I say, it's more than one way to do this job. And I could do it my way. There's no right or no wrong way. It's just different ways. So that really got me interested in politics, seeing how you can help people out, seeing how you can help your community. And I told myself when opportunity comes, the next chance to be the council member of this district, the district that I'm born and raised in, I'll throw my name in the hat. And I did it 4 years ago. I was successful, and did it recently and was successful again. So here I am.
Definitely. George, do you have a question for Councilman Freddie King?
First off, congratulations on winning. Congratulations to you, Councilman, on winning. Well done, well deserved. You've done a fine job, and the rewarders have rewarded you. And congratulations and best wishes to you in your second term. Let me get that out of the way first. I understand you're going to be picking the
Thank you.
games with us too here in a little bit.
Yes, I'm picking a couple
Okay.
games this weekend.
Okay. It's like football players. We're trying to beating up on each other. We're looking for somebody fresh to knock off. So I'm just talking noise. I'm just messing with you, Councilman. Just want to have a little bit of fun. But
Yeah.
talk about your race, the race you just ran and won. Uh, your message obviously resonated because you've now been reelected. But talk about the campaign in and of itself, and how was this campaign as compared to the last?
Well, the first campaign, you was just the candidate. You had no record. It was just you, and you had it was open seat. So everyone who was running the first time was brand new to this. This time you were the candidate. You were the sitting elected official, and you had a record that could be attacked, and that added a different element from the first time. I also noticed that you had to be everywhere. You had to, like I said, you were still the elected official, so you still had to go to the meetings. You still had to go to the neighborhood meetings. You had to go to the council meetings, and you also had to go do all the stuff that the candidate also had to do. So you had to wear multiple hats, and that added an extra layer of difficulty to it, and it provided extra distractions. Um, but it's something no one made me do this. It's what I wanted to do, so I humbly accepted the challenge, and it's an honor to represent District C. I believe the most important district in the city, maybe in the state, because you have so much economic power, like the French Quarter and Treme, and so much history in Bywater and Marion and St. Roch. And you also have a very large voting base of over 60,000 residents in Algiers, the community that I grew up in. Started off on LaBeouf Street, then went to Carr for a minute, played at Norman Park, and although I went to Shaw, there's a huge, still is a huge base of people that go to Shaw that's from Algiers. So I think District C is the best of both worlds. You have the heart of the city, the business, heart of the business community in District C on the East Bank, and then you have that slower pace. They call us a country over here in Algiers. So you got it. You got to kind of, in my opinion, the best of both worlds.
VK, you got a
Two-part
question?
question and
Oh, you got a 2-part question?
2 point. The first one is: have you spoken with the mayor-elect? And also, what do you hope to accomplish in this term that you didn't get a chance to do in your first term?
Well, I have not spoken to the mayor-elect. I know that Mayor-elect Moreno is doing a bunch of things, going a million miles an hour in a hundred different directions. I'm on my end doing a whole bunch of things. I still have a family. I have 5 kids. I have a wife, so I'm trying to make sure they get enough of get my time as well. But Mayor-elect Moreno and myself, we have a great relationship. We served 3.5 years on the council. Um, it's no rush to talk to her. We have a good relationship. We worked together well for 3.5 years. She's helped me out with a lot of things, especially over on the West Bank and vice versa. So although I haven't talked to her, I'm excited to work with her. I think for the first time in a long time, you have a mayor who comes directly from the council. Well, American Trail deal, but this time you have a mayor coming from the council who served at large. Also, you have 4 out of the 7 council members coming back, so that provides that continuity. So you're going to have 4 people who served together for the past 3.5 years, almost 4 years, along with the mayor who served. So out of the 8 elected officials in City Hall, 7 council members and the 1 mayor, out of that 8, 5 are coming back as the mayor and as council members reelected. So I think the city has a bright future. You have a lot of continuity. You have some great relationships already established. Again, myself with Mayor-elect Moreno, great relationship there. Myself with Councilmember Morrell, Councilmember Harris, Councilmember Eugene Green. We all work together very, very well. So I'm just looking for a bright future in the city, and I think this is an opportunity to get us back on track with the relationship that's needed to have a successful administration / city council, and also put the city back in its rightful place as one of the premier cities, not only in the South but in the United States.
Go ahead,
Freddie,
VK.
man, it's good to have you on, man. Just gotta ask you a couple, and we're gonna
Thank you,
get into
B.
these picks. First of all, your thoughts on the mayor's race itself. It looked like it was maybe one of the most intense mayor's
Yeah.
races we've seen maybe in recent memory, of how things was so much with the votes and all the reactions, the social media, all this stuff. What were your thoughts on the race? Well, one thing, I purposely stayed off of social media. I'm already not a big social media person to begin with, and I made it a point to stay off of it, except for mine. I really look at my opponent's social media. One Saturday night, I did go down the rabbit hole of looking at different social media. My man, this is very toxic. This is not a place for me. I think it's the most polarizing mayoral race to this point in the history of the city. And I think it's only going to grow, maybe get worse, depending on how you look at it from here, because social media for the first time as a full-grown adult. The last mayor's race, you really didn't have much, and maybe it was some Facebook. I think IG wasn't what it is now. But moving on, especially with the influence of AI. I think social media is going to play a bigger role in not just this city's mayor's city council and mayor's race, but politics moving forward in the future. Unfortunately, I see things getting a bit wilder as it relates to social media, and social media in 2025 drives the world we live in. So you thought it was crazy now. I kind of hate to see what it's going to be in the next 4 years when you have social media and technology has advanced. I hate to think about it, but I think this is how you can expect to see this moving forward. I think that's fair to say.
Well, let's get to the sports side, shall we? Instead of the politicking side. Got to actually
Life is politics, man. I tell people that if you don't think so, just look at sports, college sports, NFL, NBA. It's all politics.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right, Councilman King, and congrats to you. Anyway, great job on being reelected. But I'm gonna ask you this on the sports side of things. Your alma mater, Southeast Louisiana, off to a really great start. This is homecoming weekend for them. Happy homecoming to your alma mater. What are your thoughts on the Lions this year on a very good start and a great chance to win the Southland Conference?
I think I've been peeking at them. They have a good start. The Southland Conference has changed so much over the years. I hate to sound that old guy, but I don't even know who half the teams are. Now you have I think it's like Texas A&M Commerce. They look just like Southeastern. They're Lions. They're green and gold. But I look at Nicholls State. They're a mainstay. Southeastern. I guess incarnated word are like the old heads of the conference. They've been in the conference like past 8-9 years. But Southeastern, I think, is that they're in that weird spot where they're not quite the how can I put it? If you leave a LSU or a Power 5 school in the state or a D1 school in the state,
you would transfer to Southeastern. So I think it's like for me, I've been waiting for them to take that next step because they're right. They get the transfers. They're so close to New Orleans. They're so close to the river parishes, all that talent. I've been looking for Southeastern to make that D1, that mid major, if you will, jump. So it's not a shock to me that they're doing well because they're 30 minutes from Baton Rouge, 20 minutes, 30 minutes from the river parishes, an hour from New Orleans. So again, I'm not shocked that they're able to recruit well. I'm just looking for them to make that next step to compete with the maybe the ULLs, the ULMs on a consistent basis because they're right really in the middle of the most talent-rich area of the state. So what they're doing right now is no shock. Coach Self was a great coach. I'm surprised he's still around because those type of jobs are looked at as stepping stones. But he's done a great job of staying there. The coach before him, Coach Ryan, Rob Roberts. I think he's at.
I know he was at UL.
Baylor. He was at.
He might be at Baylor now. I think he is at Baylor.
No, he may be at Auburn. I forget, but just an example of that he did a great job. He was plucked up to go to UL and moved around because those jobs again are stepping stone jobs. But I'm really looking for Southeastern to take that next step and to become that southeastern Louisiana mid major to compete with the ULs and the ULMs.
He's actually at the University of Florida right now.
It's at Florida. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right,
well,
fellas.
The way they going, shit.
we gotta see what happens. Hopefully he's still because my boy over there, Jabbar Jalouk. So
yeah,
and then Billy Napier as well. You got to see what happens during the season because they got saved last year. But if they finish strong, it might be the same thing.
Look, you never know. Look at Penn State. I would have never thought they were going to fire James Franklin. A couple of players from going to the national championship game last year, losing a close game to Oregon this year. Now you got the second highest buyout in college football history. So college football right now is a funny place to be right now.
Yes, sir. All right, fellas, let's get to these picks.
Yes.
VK and George, like I told y'all, pick quick. We like to discuss it, but it's four of us tonight with Councilman King. Let's pick quick. All right, so Councilman King is going to pick the Hash It Out Show games of the week. We're not going to pick. So let's start with the one on Friday night. Mandeville at Hammond, both 4-2. Who you got, Councilman?
I'm gonna just in my gut go with the Skippers. I like Mandeville in this one here.
All right. The Hash It Out Show Saturday night game of the week. Young Audience taking on Thomas Jefferson.
I look at Thomas Jefferson as a academic school until they got to show me. So I'm gonna go with Young Audience and Coach Dennis.
Coach Dennis. All right, guys. Now we all are involved. Thursday night games. Carver at Abramson. Who you got, VK?
Well, Abramson. What a great story. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make this quick and painless. I'm sorry, Carver.
All right. He got Carver. George Peppers.
Give me the Rams as well.
All right, give me Carver as well. Councilman King.
I'm gonna go against the grain. Go with Abramson. Going with Abe.
Commodores. All right.
Commodores.
Okay. All right. Jefferson Rise at Patrick Taylor. VK.
Patrick Taylor.
Peppers.
Can I go against my adopted alma mater? No, Patrick Taylor.
Give me Patrick Taylor as well. Who you got, Councilman King?
Patrick Taylor.
All right. We're all in agreement with this one. North Lake Christian at Pope John Paul II, VK.
Give me Pope John Paul.
Peppers.
Good game here, but I'm going to go with the home side as well, Pope John Paul.
Me too. Give me Pope John Paul.
I'm going with Pope John Paul as well.
All right. All right, guys. We still on the North Shore. Pine at Amite, VK.
Up and down as Amite, but I'm gonna go with Pine.
Peppers.
Give me the home team. I'll go 8.
I'm going with Pine. Councilman.
Straight out of Tangible Hope Parish, give me the Amite Warriors.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Baton Rouge. Woodlawn or Baton Rouge at Scotlandville, VK.
Woodlawn.
George?
Woodlawn or Baton Rouge? Scotlandville, I'm going to go with Woodlawn as well.
Give me Woodlawn. Councilman.
Woodlawn.
All right. Friday games. Walker, Louisiana. Shaw at Walker, VK.
Shaw, name the score.
Peppers.
Shaw.
Give me Shaw. Councilman.
Shaw 35-7.
35-7. I like that score. I do. I like it. We're going to stay in Baton Rouge area. Big one. Catholic of Baton Rouge at Central. VK.
I'm going to be safe. Catholic of Baton Rouge.
Okay. Peppers.
Oof. That's a tough one. I'm gonna take a swing at this. Give me Central.
Okay. Give me Catholic of Baton Rouge. Councilman.
Same here, Catholic.
All right. 3-1 on that one. Dutchtown at Denham Springs. VK.
Here come the tough ones. Denham Springs.
Peppers.
Yellow Jackets. Give me Denham Springs as well.
Give me Dutchtown. Give me the Griffins.
I'm going with the Griffins too. Dutchtown.
That's right. See how them Shaw brothers stick together? That's
Eddie,
right.
Eddie Lacy.
Yes, sir. West Banker, Eddie Lacy.
That's right.
All right, guys. East Ascension at St. Amand, the rivalry. VK.
Ooh. Give me the Gators at home.
Okay. Peppers.
Discouraging loss by East Ascension last week. I'm gonna go with St. Amand as well.
I'm going with St. Amand as well, too. Councilman.
I'm going with EA.
He going with East Ascension. All right. Okay. Lutcher at E.D. White, VK.
Give me Edie White.
Peppers.
Here's what the Cardinals started to hit the afterburners here. But I think Lutcher is going to be one hell of a fight. Give me Edie White as well.
I'm taking E.D. White. Councilman.
I'm going ED White. I know you said make it quick. 2 of their losses, but to 5A power, not powerhouses, but Holy Cross and Jesuit. I look for them to be back in the dome and make a strong run. ED White.
Okay. Thibodeau taking on HL Bourgeois, VK.
I like Noel Narcisse and his team. I think Thibodeau keeps going. Close game. Thibodeau.
Peppers.
Thibodeau lost last week to Hornville. No disgrace in that, but give me the Tigers to bounce back. They win at HL.
Okay. Give me Thibodeau in a close one with HL Bourgeois. Give me Thibodeau.
Thibodeau.
Okay. Let's go to the West Bank. Bonneville taking on John Ehret. VK.
Give me the Bruins.
Peppers.
John Ehret hasn't scored an offensive touchdown in 3 weeks. I'm going with the Bruins as well.
Give me Bonneville as well. Councilman.
I'm going with Bonneville. How does a school that big with that many students and John Ehret can't put a better program? Come on, Steve Dickerson. Give me Bonneville.
All right. Call out Steve Dickerson. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Call him out. Definitely.
I love it.
Poor Steve.
Booker T. Washington at Livingston, VK.
Livingston.
Peppers.
Give me the Wolves. I'll go with Livingston as well, but this game will be close.
Give me Livingston as well. Councilman.
I saw Livingston last week against Landry. Impressed with the fight they had. I'm going with Livingston.
Okay. De La Salle at Landry, VK.
Ooh. Hard for me to go against Nick again, but De La Salle. Just too much depth. De La Salle.
Peppers.
I should flip my go with the Cavs as well. De La Salle.
I think this can be a tight ball game. I really think Landry
I agree.
show up. They're gonna fight. Give me De La Salle in a close one on De La Salle, Councilman.
Home game, senior night. Looking for a back-to-back win and take control of the district. Give me LB Landry Buccaneers.
Okay.
Like
Lord
that. I like that.
Bakersfield will be.
I like that, Councilman.
We are going to tag Gormley Stadium. John Curtis and Brother Martin. Can Brother Martin get off this losing streak, VK?
Nah, I think John Curtis. It's gonna be a close game. They'll grind it out. Give me the Patriots.
Peppers.
They escape warning from last week, and Brother Martin, I don't know what happened. They're just not playing a good run of football. Give me the Patriots as well.
Give me John Curtis, Councilman.
Well, I'll tell you what happened to Brother Martin last week. They played their junior college over on the West Bank called
Exactly.
at the car. But I think Curtis is one of the top 3-4 teams in the state. I'm going with Curtis.
Okay, we are with John Curtis. Now we go to the Shrine. Jesuit will host Edna Carr. VK.
Edna Carr.
Yeah, Peppers.
Edna Carr University.
Okay, I got Edna Carr as well. Councilman.
The second string will start the second half. I'm going with Carr.
Okay. Let's go to St. John Parish, where there's a school called St. Charles Catholic in the parish. St. Charles Catholic is hosting Legacy of Texas. Legacy is coming back to Louisiana for the second time this year. 5-star quarterback Kayshawn Henderson on the field. Does St. Charles Catholic defense get it done, VK?
Give me the comments. Give me the comments. I love how they're playing right now, man. They are very battle tested. They won't be intimidated against Legacy. Give me St. Charles.
Peppers.
But that quarterback for Legacy is a star in the making. Give me Legacy to ruin the party Friday night.
Hey, give me Kayshawn Henderson in this game. Give me Legacy, giving St. Charles Catholic their second loss. Councilman.
I'm going with the comments. They're in the same district as our Eagles. They make me nervous, but I'm going with the comments.
Okay. Let's go to Covington. Big time matchup. Slidell at Covington. Covington holds the 28th spot in the power ranking. Looking to move up. Who you got, VK?
I like Slidell and Ricky Williams and company. Give me Slidell, close game.
Peppers.
You know what? I'm going to go with the home side. Slidell kind of been leveling off here the last weeks. Give me Covington at home.
All right. Okay. Give me Slidell. Councilman.
I'm going to go with Covington.
Okay, he's going with Covington. We split 2-2. Who's next? Yes, a 3:30 showdown. St. James, McDonough 35 at Pan American. VK.
Give me the Wildcats of St. James.
Okay. Peppers.
Yeah, I'm gonna also go with the visitors. I think they bounced back. Almost beat Shaw last week. Give me the Wildcats.
Yeah.
Give me St. James as well, Councilman.
I like St. James and a bit of a blowout.
Oh, okay. Back to the East Bank we go. West Jeff at East Jeff. Does West Jeff get their second win, or does East Jeff get their first win, VK?
West Jeff gets their second win of the season.
Okay. Peppers.
How East Jeff has fallen from last year, boy. Give me the Bucks as well, West Jeff.
Give me West Jeff as well, Councilman.
I want to know if it's going to be duck or goose, meaning the feathers in the pillows. This will be a pillow fight. I'm going to go with the West Jeff Buccaneers, but I look for both teams to hopefully bounce back next year.
Definitely. I agree. All right, guys, we're going to the Monroe area. Ouachita versus West Monroe, VK.
Give me the Rebels. Give me the Rebels to prove that I'm still right about Ouachita. Give me the Rebels. West Monroe.
Peppers.
West Monroe with a character win. I'm going with the Rebels as well. Again, Ouachita's got to show up, and they did it last week. Give me West Monroe.
All right. Give me West Monroe. Councilman.
I'm going to go West Monroe, the team that gave us nightmares in high school. Could not beat these dudes. Talk about Carr. West Monroe was Carr before Carr was Carr. I'm going West Monroe.
Rustin at
No.
Neville, VK. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with Rustin in this one. I think Neville still got injuries. If they got people healthy, it's gonna be a close game. But I got Rustin.
All right. Peppers?
Rustin by 10.
Rustin by 10. Give me Rustin as well. Councilman.
I like Rustin.
There we go. All right, let's go to Shreveport. Union Parish at Calvary Baptist, VK.
Give me the Cavaliers. Could be too much for Union Parish.
Peppers.
Yeah, turning season turner for Union Parish to win. I don't think it happens. Give me Calvary.
Give me Calvary Baptist as well. Councilman.
Calvary Baptist.
There you go. Lafayette, 4-2. But here comes Acadiana on a 3-game winning streak. What happens come Friday night, VK? Who you got?
Reckon Rams, big 4-quarter, they get the win.
Okay. Peppers.
They bounced back big after a slow start. Acadiana.
Give me Acadiana as well. Councilman.
Yes. Wrecking Rams, Acadiana.
There we go. Lake Charles. St. Louis has had LCCP's number. That's Lake Charles College Prep. They've had their numbers for recent years, but things are looking to turn towards Lake Charles College Prep's side. Does St. Louis continue their winning ways over Lake Charles College Prep, or does Lake Charles College Prep rewrite history and starts winning these games against St. Louis, VK?
Blazers, big.
Okay, you got LCCP. Who you got, Mr. Peppers?
They've already had one season defining win earlier this year, right? As the best team in Lake Charles. They add to it. They break things. Lake Charles College Prep.
I got Lake Charles College Prep as well. Councilman.
Lake Charles College Prep.
There you go. All right. Saturday games, we got 3 of them. Holy Cross versus Warren Easton. I think it's a must win for both of these teams.
For both teams.
Yeah. VK, we got 3 games left, and we got some time left. We can speak about it now. We can speak how we usually do. All right. So,
All right.
yeah, we got some time. So go ahead. Holy Cross, Warren Easton.
Tough game. Tough game between these two teams. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to get a win to still be in the playoff picture and everything else. Close game, but give me Holy Cross.
Okay. Peppers.
Give me the team that I think may be fundamentally more sound and has played better teams. Give me Holy Cross as well.
Ooh. Holy Cross. Okay. Fellas, give me the team that has 2 of the best running backs in the area. The team that has Terrell Surtain and Thomas Vaughn. The team that has this big old line that's going to produce holes for them to run through. Give me Warren Easton over Holy Cross. Now, I do think defensive coordinator Tommy Connors is going to come up with a good defensive game plan, but I think Warren Easton gets this win. Councilman King.
I'm going to pick Holy Cross solely because I have faith in Coach Connors. So I'm going to go with Holy Cross.
Okay. I'm the lone wolf on this one. All right. Let's go to Joe Brown. Douglas at McMain. VK.
Douglas Bobcats name the score.
Oh, man. Wow. Peppers.
This is easy. I got Douglas as well.
I got Douglas, too. I think Douglas will have a great game against McMain. Councilman.
I'm going to stick with District C, St. Claude Avenue. Give me the Douglas Bobcats.
There you have it. All right. 1 game left. The last game of the weekend, 7 o'clock, Joe Yenny Stadium. St. Augustine taking on Archbishop Rummel. This is a big-time game towards the power rankings positioning. St. Augustine is number 3. Rummel is number 6. Let me double-check just to make sure I'm right on that. Yep. St. August 3. Rummel is number 6. Big-time game for both of them. VK, who you got?
Big playoff implications on the line. big playoff implications on the line with this game. You know, Rummel usually always gives St. all the time, all the time. You know what I'm saying? Since J. Roth took over that program, this has been a very good and very consistent program in itself. Close game, and Rummel has been in every game this year. Same for St. Augustine. It's a big test for the Purple Knights, especially on the road. And Purple Knights has passed everyone, failed one, but I think they passed this one. Tight one going down to the wire. I give it to the Purple Knights.
Peppers.
Entertaining matchup to be sure. Rummel has really owned St. Augustine as of late, but y'all know how I feel about Rashawn Coulon and his ability to. I can't believe no bigger schools are looking at him because he throws all and he's so consistent. We saw that on display last week. Went for over 400 and some yards last week against Jets. With that said, the Raiders are extremely high defensively. I think they'll give all problems, but I don't know if they have the capability offensively to win this kind of game. Give me the Purple Knights as well.
This game went into overtime last season.
Yes, it did.
Rashawn Coulon threw an interception, and then St. All scored. Not St. All, excuse me. Rummel scored on their first play, a run up the middle. St. All wants revenge, and they feel like they are the best team in the state. They feel like there's some things they could have done better against Edna Cartware. They should have won that game. It's just talking to people. Rummel has a great defense, and you know they're going to run the ball. So who makes enough stops? And I think it will be the Purple Knights of St. Augustine. Give me St. Augustine with the win over the Rummel Raiders. Councilman King.
I want to first clarify a pick. I picked St. James big over McMain. I think they're going to win. I'm sorry, over 35. But I thought it was McMain. That's why I gave a big score. So
Okay.
I'm going to still go with St. James, but a closer score over a good 35 team.
Cool.
I'm still going with Douglas over McMain. So I want to clarify that. I think Rummel, St. Aug, and Curtis are going for second, third, and fourth best team in the state. News to LHSAA: don't put St. Aug and Carr on the same side of the bracket. I think having them two in the dome would be big for the city. With that being said, I think St. Aug is slightly better offensively than Rummel. I'm going to them in a close game, a close, high-scoring game, but I think that St. Aug pulls it off. I really want to see Curtis St. Aug. They didn't play yet. I want to see Curtis against St.
Week 10.
I want to see. I think Curtis is going to still be playing for the district championship, but he got to go over that St. Aug. I just think it's a big cluster between St. Aug, Rummel, and Curtis for the second best team in that district. They all kind of feel like they in that same bubble trying to compete against the Carr Cougars for one of the best teams in the state. So give me St. Aug.
All right. George, make sure you tally these up and let's see who won this week come after Saturday night. And if Councilman Freddie King beats us, man, that's gonna say a lot moving forward.
That week stink.
Yeah. Before we get out of here, man, I got one more question for Councilman. I don't know if y'all got one more, maybe. I got one more.
Sure.
What do you think so far about your Archbishop Shaw Eagles?
I think the job that Coach Hank has done since he's returned has been phenomenal. Won 10 games every year, won a district championship every year, and of course the state championship last year. I think when you lose your starting quarterback, who was, I believe, was starting that for the Merchant Marines, when you lose your starting running back who's at Michigan, you lose your starting receiver who's at Michigan, you lose a lot of your D linemen, well, a lot of your defense. I know they had one guy go to Stephen F. Austin. It's hard to rebuild. We lose that much firepower on offense, but they're doing a good job. And I think the new quarterback switched from DB. He's starting to get more comfortable. I will say this: when they played against Carr, I was shocked how good the defense played. The defense held on for as long as they can for about almost an entire half. Offense just couldn't get it together. But as they continue to get more confidence on offense, as the quarterback starts to settle in, I think them and Edie White may be another crash course for the state championship in 4A.
Okay, VK.
Well, Councilman, what are your thoughts so far on the high school football season itself? You've been to many games this
Yeah.
season and everything. What are your thoughts on how high school football has been running and everything else? There've been some, you see some changes little by little with policies at stadiums and stuff like that, but also the crowds at the game, the football play. Your thoughts overall of this high school football season?
I think Louisiana, I think New Orleans has the most talent. It's unbelievable how stacked that Catholic League is. I think you have, again, 4 of the best 5 teams in the state in the Catholic League. A lot of those teams, if they weren't in that league, they would be higher, have better records, and they would be higher ranked in the state. I'm just super, super impressed with the Catholic League. I've been to the St. Aug card game. That atmosphere could rival a Tulane or, a college rival atmosphere. That was a very, very nice atmosphere. Both teams played with class. The crowd handled themselves with class. I think New Orleans football, especially this year, is in a good position. I just like what I've seen from everybody the few games I've seen, and hats off to Landry with what Coach Nick Foster has done with that team and bringing them to respectability is nothing short of amazing. Coach Dennis with a young audience didn't have a program a couple years ago, and he has some undefeated. I can't think of the coach over there at Bonneville, but they're on the right path. They're on the right path. He was at Carr, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So look, Bonneville has a new coach. They're doing well. I think the future is bright with the young coaches we have. And you mix that with all the talent that's coming out of this area, it's unbelievable.
Peppers.
I don't have anything.
Okay, not a problem. Not a problem, Peppers. Oh man, Councilman Freddie King, man, thank you so much for joining us and taking time out your schedule. We gotta do this again one day, man.
Absolutely. But one last thing.
Go ahead.
It was always said that up north they were better because it had the guys up front on the O-line and D-line, and down here we had the skill positions. I think now down here we have the skill positions to go along with the O-line and D-line. So I think you got your best football down here in Southeast Louisiana.
I totally agree. I'm with you right there, Councilman King.
Yes, sir.
Yep, they go Calling. I've been waiting for Calling to pop up, man. There he is. Been waiting for him, man. There he is.
Number one man.
Definitely, man. All right, Councilman King, man. Thank you so much for joining us. Like I said, we're gonna do this again. Truly appreciate it, my friend.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Councilman Freddie King, and man, he's done a great job for the city. You think about it, he, like he said, he does not sit behind that desk. He'll go out all the time out there in the city. There's issues. He's looking at it, seeing what he can do to get things done, man. He is an active councilman, man. That is one that you always want in your city, man. So, salute and credit Freddie King, man. And like I said, we graduated together from Archbishop Shaw. I never had a inkling idea that Freddie King would have gotten into politics. I never did, man. And the way he is now, just always calm, cool, collected. That's how he was at Shaw. Always, man. But Councilman King, man, I'm glad to call him a friend, and I'm just happy and proud of the job he has done for the city of New Orleans, VK.
Man, I mean, meeting him in person a couple times, you introduced me, and a couple other people introduced me, and even my mom told me about him and everything else. And he, I think my mom knows some of his people, and he's a very good dude, man. I mean, he does what he has to do. Big shout out to him and his family. He's got a flock. He got to take. Like you mentioned, you got to make the time to do that before he go. But he's a grinder. He is a straight up grinder, and every little big little thing, not just sporting events, but any event all over the city, he's up front.
Yeah.
He's straight up front. He is straight working, bro. So that's what he does. I'm like, any little big thing going on in the city, he's right there. So, dude, he's that's why he works hard. And I ain't gonna lie, all the hard work he's gotten to getting himself a re-election, he. Oh Lord Jesus!
George, we done brought D Boy from 1008 to the Hash It Out show. George, D Boy is here.
He's looking for
Wait,
you.
why would he not be afraid of me? That's what I'm trying to figure out here.
He's messing with you, man.
Messing with
I know he
you.
is.
Come on.
He always mess with you, even on 1008. He messing with you, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
but Freddie, I mean, great guy, man, great guy, and I think he deserves a vacation right now because he's been really working.
Definitely. Pep is your thoughts about Councilman King.
I like him. He's very engaging. He's very upfront and forward. I like his makeup. I think he's done an immaculate district seat. He'll continue to do so, and he serves this mandate. He got the mandate he wanted. He's going to get 4 more. I don't know if he'll be turned down after this. I don't know how that works with the New Orleans City Council. So I don't know if he's turned down after this one, but he's going to do a fabulous job. And with the new mayor elect, and with the, as he mentioned, the continuity with 4 of the people from the council coming back, New Orleans is in good hands. I feel like the positivity will start to kick back instead of all this stuff that we've heard over the last 8 years. And I don't want to delve into don't go knee deep into it. But with that being said, I don't know if I'm an encyclopedia. I can't be JB with picks. How the heck you calling me an encyclopedia, dude? But I'll say this: if that man beats us 3 next week, he might beat VK. Everybody beats VK. I'm just saying because he finished his last years. Yeah, I'm talking noise now. But if you let a councilman beat you, VK, shame on you, sir. Shame
If you
on you.
look
Well,
at
shame on all of us
it,
if we finish second to
yes,
him.
yes, yeah. I mean, a guest picker coming in and taking over our show. That's
And
crazy.
kicking our tail, right? And
Yeah.
beating the brakes off of us, right?
Mhm.
Sure. But no, Councilman King's going to do a great job again. You mentioned he's a grinder. He gets out there and he's not one of them dudes that sits in the office and soaks up AC. Nah, that man's going to get out there and put that work in. And
Yeah.
that's what I like. Give me an active councilman that will do. And I don't know, and I'm going to sound very dumb here. Where is District C compromised? What part of the city is it?
So it's Algiers, it's
Hmm.
it's the French Quarter, it's Treme, the Marigny, and I'm missing a couple others. He named them. He named them. He named them
Yeah, he
all.
did.
Some of the Ninth Ward. I think some of the
Some of the
Ninth
Night Ward, St. Claude with Douglas at,
Ward.
yeah, some of that, yeah. So yeah, he named them all, but I know for sure Algiers, the French Quarter, Treme, the Marigny, and I'm missing a couple others that he named. But yeah.
Okay. I mean, but again, if he beats us 3, boy, that credibility factor might go dipping next week. Man, I tell you what, if, and no disrespect, but I'm going to say this in jest. If that man beats us next week, next Tuesday night, all 3 of us got to get paper bags and put over our heads. Be like the Saints fans of the '80s.
Oh man,
But
yes indeed.
we got to figure an anecdote to put on our bags, though. I figured let's just have a little bit of fun, right? And
Yeah,
it's no
definitely.
seriousness behind it. This is what we do is entertainment, picks, and everything else. It is us offering and espousing our opinions, and we're just fooling around about Councilman King. He's a good man. I want to meet him one day soon, hopefully. Um,
If Card
maybe.
if Card gets to the dome, you'll meet him for sure. He'll be on the sideline.
Oh, okay.
If Shaw
Well,
gets to
we'll
the
yeah.
dome, he'll be on the sideline for those two for sure.
So
If
Sean
Landry
would have
gets
to
to the
buy a
dome,
dumb
he'll be
ticket.
on the sideline.
Yeah, he will be.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
no
mean,
doubt. I absolutely agree. But
and I
it would
think
be an honor to meet that man.
right. I think it's a fact, like you said, great continuity with the new mayor elect, and I do want to congratulate the new mayor elect because I worked with her over at WDSU TV for years, and she was very
Hmm.
great to me, and we worked well together and everything else. So I don't want none of y'all to be coming at me talking about, oh, he's voted for. Look, we in JP. We got no way to vote, for one. But for two, I work with this lady. This lady came to my church and stayed the whole service and everything else. But besides all that, you know what I'm saying, she remembered who I was. She even recognized the work that I've been doing. But at the same time, Helena was a great person to work with. I wish her the best, and I hope she does a great job of what she's doing. I don't care what happens, but at the same time, I hope she
Um,
does a great job with this city. I hope she
uh,
really advances
I
the
want to
city.
say something, JB.
Go ahead.
I am appalled at the blowback that this woman is getting after she won a contested race. And she won it with emphasis because it wasn't even close to not being a runoff. She got, what was it, 58% of the vote,
I thought 55 something.
30% of the African American vote, but yet she's getting eviscerated. And why? As VK mentioned, you had a great working relationship with this woman, right? She
Yeah.
has her outreach has been outstanding. Reaching out to people. And for those of y'all that are dogging on her because you love TD, and let me not say more about that because that's another subject for another day. Y'all need to give this woman a chance. She's going to do great things. Her outreach to everyone is amazing, and nobody's perfect. No one person's perfect, but give this woman a chance. I believe with the continuity of the council, and we don't live in New Orleans, the three of us. We all are Jefferson Parish. So, with that being said, from not from afar because it's not far to get to New Orleans. I'm rooting for that council and for Mayor-elect Moreno to really set up get put a strong foothold on that city and get that city turned around and turn the positivity back to this great city. And everything else, and congratulations to the Sports Foundation grabbing the national championship of 2028 going forward. We got the CFP title game that Michigan will be in. So I'll be there, just planning ahead. Bryce Underwood will be a 3-year starter by then. We should be good. We'll get Jasper Parker as our starting running back, and Carlos and Washington at the receiver. We'll build the trenches like we always do. We'll be there in 28 and win the title. So that's a
Okay.
good thing. I'm just being overly optimistic, but that's 3
I
years
know
down
you
the
are.
road, fellas.
I know. I know.
There's
I know.
not, but
There you
getting
go.
whooped by
There you
There you
go. There
go.
you go. There you go.
football last week.
The Buckeye Nation coming at him.
Nothing. You good.
I thought somebody was about to pop.
D-Boy sold his house a year ago and ran to Covington. It's a whole new world. Yeah, that North Shore is different than the South Shore, bro. It is different. I'm going to tell
It
you
is,
that.
no doubt.
It's different. It is. All right, guys. We are going to break this down today. I want to do the picks quick because number one, it's 4 of us, and number 2, Councilman King got those 5 kids. So that's why I was like, let's do this quick so he can get back to those 5 kids that he has. Yeah, he got 5 kids.
I
Yes,
thought it was
sir.
4.
Nah,
5.
it's 5 now.
That man said he had 5.
So, huh?
I
That
don't
man said
listen.
he had 5. And one more,
He said he
one
said he
more, he
said
could
yeah,
have the
he
Brady
said 5
Bunch.
kids. Yeah, 5 kids. So
One,
Oh
one more,
Lord
he could make the
Jesus.
Brady Bunch.
that's
He already
why
got a starting 5, baby.
that's why I
It
said yesterday,
is.
man, let's make the picks quicker than usual because I wanted him to
It's
get back
cool.
to the kids. Oh yeah, we good. So that's why. So that's all it is. So, but number one, thank you to Councilman Freddie King for joining us tonight. Thank you to everyone who joined us tonight, and then also those who will watch the replay who couldn't be with us live. Last words, guys.
Well, I hope everybody be safe this weekend and have a loaded weekend here, man. Tomorrow night, JB, have a great time. A lot of people gonna be in town. One of the best new generation R&B singers of all time, Chris Brown, will be in town tomorrow for a big time concert at the Superdome. So everybody have a great time at Breezy Bowl. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Also, we got, besides our Hash It Out Show game of the week, tune in on Friday and Saturday. You got Tulane with a nice home game at 11 a.m. And then homecoming also this weekend for Southeastern Louisiana and for the Southern Jaguars this weekend. Wish them the best against Prairie View. Go Jags and also go Lions. So we'll see what happens this weekend with those teams in their homecoming games. But tune in to the Hashtag Show Game of the Week on Friday, Saturday. Continue to support us.
Peppers.
And if LSU loses to Vanderbilt, I can hear VK Tuesday. What I told y'all, boy, 2 years in a row, bowl eligibility. I can see this now. That man's gonna dog on us. But he didn't say nothing about
Vanderbilt's
Vanderbilt
favorite
being
too.
5-1.
Favorite. Vanderbilt's
I
favorite to
know,
win.
I know. They are by 2,
Mm-hmm.
which says a lot. But does that seat get warm for Brian Kelly if they lose this game? That's Vanderbilt. And no disrespect intended, but they've been a doldrum program for years. They have not been until last year. They got Austin.
Well, let's just be honest about Vanderbilt. In the last 10, 15 years, they have been, they have suffered a little bit back.
A little
But
bit.
when you look at the last 10, 15 years, remember, James Franklin took them to 4 bowl games. Then they had another coach took them to 2 bowl games. And now you got Clark Lee. So you think about this. Vanderbilt, the last 15 years, have been much better than what they was back in the day. Back in the day was straight up putrid. Not now. Not now. The way they're playing, this is probably the best you'll ever see Vandy play. And that's just being honest.
Oh, damn, Troy, hitting on you, JB.
Bro. Troy, man. Look, man. I'm sorry. Y'all can't beat
Florida
us, man.
Northeast in the building.
I'm sorry, bro. Y'all
Yeah,
can't beat
JB.
us, man. I'm
That's
sorry,
hey,
bro.
JB. That's Florida Northeast.
Bullish. Straight bullish.
Right?
Wow.
That's Florida Northeast, Dave.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you can't beat us, man. I apologize, I apologize, man.
You'll be all right.
Yeah.
No, anyway, finishing up. Look, I'm like VK. I mean,
Go ahead.
he'll be all right. We got the Hash It Out Show games of the week this week. The boot breakdown on Sunday night after the Saints game against Chicago. It's another football weekend. And we thank y'all for those of you, and not going to mention it because I don't need no hostility. But we are very grateful for last week and for the support that we got last week for Thursday night and Friday night. I'm trying very hard not to say that 7-letter word, so I won't. Starts with an N and with an S. And I'll leave, and VK, But I also want to thank our Lord and Savior because me and VK, we were coming back from Carbrother Martin and we had a little dust up last Thursday night, but we're fine. Sometimes things, 1 second we were talking football, looking ahead to Jesuit and Og, and the next thing we're doing something else and checking each other, and we're fine. If y'all want to talk to us, we'll talk about it in person. But Friday night, Mandeville Hammond. Saturday afternoon, Jefferson Rise. No, who's playing? Oh Jesus, I just completely blanked.
Yeah, you drawn right over.
Young audiences is coming to JP. I know that. I just completely blanked on their opponent.
TJ.
I completely fouled this up.
Man.
TJ, that's the one. I mixed up TJ and J Rise. My bad. Entertaining games both. Tune in 6:45 pregame Friday, 7 and 1. Is it 1:45 Saturday? Because I think it's a 2:00 2:45 Saturday, 3:00 kickoff. Okay, VK, you told me this the other day. All right. But yeah, we expect a good turnout on both accounts. We hope YouTube gets their stuff straight because we had y'all had trouble tonight. I think YouTube would be fine by Friday. We should be good. But it's week 7 of prep football, and before you know it, we'd be heading to the playoffs.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
Yep.
But JB, take us home.
All right. Once again, thank you to Councilman King, and thank you to you all. George just said it, the Hash It Out Show Friday night and Saturday night games, or Saturday afternoon games of the week.
Mm-hmm.
And boot breakdown 6:15 on Sunday, and then we're back Tuesday and Wednesday. So we truly, truly appreciate everyone for tuning in with us. For VK Jones and George Peppers, y'all know who I am. I'm JB the Sports Guy. Y'all take care. Did you experience storm damage from Hurricane Francine? Barretto Home Solutions can help. You can give them a call at 504-940-0000. 7552.
At Bayou AV Security, we are your one-stop shop for all your needs, whether it's enhancing your home entertainment system, securing your property, ensuring a seamless internet connection, or illuminating your outdoor spaces. We've got you covered. Bayou AV Security, where technology meets reliability. Call us today to experience the Bayou difference.
JFK Martial Arts offers a wide variety of martial arts programs for kids, teens, and adults as they empower lives through martial arts. Please give them a call at 985-266-0664, and don't forget to ask about their 1 week free special. Bucks No Wiz was the place to go as a kid growing up to get snowballs. As an adult now, it is still the place to go. When you want some of the best snowballs and some of the best customer service, Bucks No Wiz is the place. Now, excuse me, let me get back to my half grape, half pink lemonade snowball. Bucks No Wiz, located at 1508 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero, Louisiana. Hey, parents and coaches, want your young athlete to go far on and off the field? Kumon of Gretna is the place for you. Whether it's reading plays or calculating scores, early literacy and math skills teach focus, discipline, and decision making. Give your student athlete the edge. Start early, start smart at Kumon of Gretna.
If you're looking for the best pizza in Metro New Orleans, then you're in the right place. Moe's Pizza has a great selection of Italian food that can satisfy your appetite, and they can also cater to your needs in any event. Give them a call at 504-341-9650 or log on to www.moespizzanola.com, located at 1112 Avenue H in West Wego, Louisiana. Moe's Pizza, Italians do it better.
If you ever need help with 401k services, fiduciary services, or executive benefits, then Jeremy Callaghan of CoSource Financial Group is the guy to see. You can reach him at 337-606-9860.
Hi, my name is Micah Higgins, head boys basketball coach at Bonneville High, and you're watching the Hash It Out Show. Go Bruins!
Thank you for watching the Hash It Out Show. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.